Hello, everybody. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and welcome to the show, Making Comics and Art, episode 126. I wanted to do this before, but I just remembered. With my cats running around, I usually put things away, but I got a package in the mail earlier this week, and hopefully I won't rip it. But from Selena Hernandez, she is such a sweetheart, and she does these cute watercolor drawings all the time.
Nice.
And this is actually the second piece I've gotten from her. Let's see if anybody recognizes the piece itself. Yeah, let's see. I'll do it on the white backgrounds. Am I too close? I think. Here we go. Yeah, that's good. So, this is a character from Pee-wee's Playhouse. So this is the gypsy that lives in a box, or I forget exactly. It's been a while since I watched Pee-wee, but
I haven't seen him in a while either. That's nice. Is that watercolor?
Yeah, that's watercolor.
That's
it's nice. She drew it out and then watercolored, and yeah, it's got like gold paint and everything. It's really cute. So thank you so much, John B. That's Frank's in the chat, and he knows what's up. That's John B. from Pee-wee's Playhouse. He's a genie. That's right. Genie. John B. the genie. It's very cute. Very cute. So I'll put that. Well, I got to get frames. What'd she write? And she wrote, "To you, Peter, you are awesome." And
nice.
She's so sweet.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. So, yeah, I put that in the drawer so the cats wouldn't attack it, and of course I forgot about it. But so we got that taken care of. And one other thing before we start the show officially. Let's see, brand. So anybody that doesn't already know, I have a Facebook group. It's called Creator Owned Comics Group. And in the group, I did a post about any YouTube channels, anybody that has a YouTube channel, if they're comic makers or they talk about comics, review comics, anything of that sort. I asked them to do a description of their channel and also the link. These were the first 3 people that posted in there. And I want to support independent creators. So this is my way of letting you know about these great people and their channels. Down in below the video in the video description are the actual links that you can click on and go to their channels. So support them. And subscribe to their channels, because just trying to help out other fellow creators like me. Like I'm trying to grow my channel here. So close to 1,000. So then once I get to 1,000, I could do super chats and other things. But yeah, I've been at it quite a while. So.
Yeah, we'll be sure to tweet it out and help you get to that number. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. So we got Salazar in the chat. We got Miss H. Hello. Welcome.
Hello, Miss H. And hola, Salazar. ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah. So with us today, we have Elliot Rodriguez, who's a fantastic artist. If you haven't seen his work, Salazar shared out in the chat his Instagram as well as his Twitter. So you can go click on those. But of course, I got your links down below, as well as a link to your video, your latest art video that showcases a lot of your current work. And it's just, you get a real natural ability, or at least it seems to me. Like, I really like your work, and I don't know how natural it comes to you. You can get into that, but I really dig your work.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's a great honor to get this invitation to the show. And yeah, I'm a big fan of your work also, and I love that you
Hey,
are still working with traditional links and yeah, in the world of digital art, it's really valuable to see people that are still using traditional, um,
right.
and yeah, I value it a lot. And yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for everybody in the chat. Hello to everybody, and yeah, in, in terms of art, yeah, I guess I would say it comes a bit natural. I've been drawing for a long time since I was about 8 years old. I started. I realized that I had the talent, I guess you could say, for art. While I was in art class, we would do assignments, and our teacher would have us draw things, and I would draw things out, and I enjoyed it, and I would see I didn't really notice that I had a talent for it until I saw people's reactions to it. They saw that it looked, similar to the things that we had to draw in class. Because she would give us, for example, like she'll say, draw this plant, or draw this ball, or draw this animal, or she would give us pictures, and we'd have to draw it in class. I remember, and and I would do it, and then it came, and then I would just like copy what I would see and on a piece of paper, and people liked it, people saw it, and then just continued going with it. After that, I jumped into drawing superheroes when I picked up my first issue of Wizard way back when.
Right.
Yeah, and I saw everything about superheroes there, and I just continued drawing, and yeah, but I've been doing a lot more of drawing in the last 2 years. I would say from 2019 is when I picked it back up again, and and uh, and yeah, the last 2 years have been crazy. I have been trying my best to get better at drawing, because before I used to do nothing but pencils, just drawing with pencils,
Right.
and and then yeah, about 2 years ago, I decided to start messing around with inks because a problem that I had with my pencil was that after a while, I noticed on some pieces of paper, my pencils would fade away, and and I wanted to find a way to make it permanent. Like I wanted to draw something and then not lose it later on. So I looked into like putting ink. Looked into researching what I could do to make my drawings permanent. And yeah, I did. I don't know much about art at the time. I know there's still a lot more that I have to learn. But yeah, inks was like the thing to do, and so I jumped into inking my own work, and and yeah, inking is completely different. I have a whole lot of respect for inkers, a whole lot of respect because a long time ago I used to think that it was just like tracing. No, you guys are just tracers. All you
Right.
do is just go over the lines and don't add anything else to the art. But that's a complete lie. It's a complete lie. And yeah, I learned the hard way because there's some things that you can do with a pencil that you cannot emulate with a brush or a nib or a micron. And
Right.
and I came across that early on when I tried to draw and I tried to like do the things that I did with pencil, and then I just had to learn all over again, practically. Learn how to use cross hatching and how to like when to use heavy blacks and things like that. And yes,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's it's a additional skill. I mean, it's kind of exclusively like in when making comics. Artists outside of comics do full art. They do pencils and inks or whatever they're using. Nowadays, like you said, nowadays there's a lot more digital artists because there's so many digital programs and tablets and
Mm.
all that jazz. And you know, a lot of it is great, but I stick with traditional
Yeah,
because I love it. It's like there's endless options as to how to approach art, and then I'll never get tired or sick of. Um, so it's like I might somewhere down the line dabble, but I'll never give
yeah,
up traditional inking. And this being my creation, my book, the artist is Rich Fuchsia for issue 1. I'll be doing full art with issue 2 on, but I'm
yeah,
glad he started it out. It gives me sort of a groundwork. Like as far as penciling, it's like I got a lot to learn. I'm semi comfortable, but I haven't. Lately I got a lot more inking projects, and I'm like swamped
yeah,
currently. So I don't have enough time to really draw on the side, which is one of the reasons. Like tomorrow night, I have a drawing stream, so that forces me to actually put pencil to paper. Um,
yeah,
but the normal week, I'm just like inking one thing to after another, like my own project and other people's projects. Um, but it's yeah, it's definitely a skill that you have to focus your energy and thought into working on and getting better at, just like anything else. um, so I saw recently that you got a gig penciling an anthology story.
yeah, yeah. The gig is for a comics group that by the name of Fugitive Forms. It's just two guys that they got together and they decided to make comics. One of them is Christian De Mateo, and he's the writer. He's a professional writing coach, and he's also a college professor for writing. He's really, really good with writing. And then
Nice.
the other person, his name is James Lines, and he's also he's an artist, and he's really, really good with art. And he dabbles in all kinds of medium. It's not just pens and inks. He also does watercoloring. He also does digital art, and yeah, those guys do great work together. And last year, I met them through Twitter. Um, like the majority of the people that I've come in contact with, I met a lot of
Mhm.
people through Twitter, and I've been just blown away by the amount of creativity and all these projects, and then and all these people involved in the underground indie comic scene. If you
Right.
call it that, and yeah, these guys they last year. Um, During when the whole pandemic broke out, they got together and with other friends that they have on Twitter, and they put out this anthology called Containment Breach, and talking about different topics from uh, how the pandemic and how the COVID has touched everybody, how it's affected different ways of how society works. People are now inside. How it can affect children, because they don't go out to play and things like that. And they talked about a lot of interesting topics with art and with their comics, and and I saw the when that project first came out, I was really impressed by it, and I saw that other people that I had known were in it also, and I thought, hey, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask them because they're friends that they work together, and I know these guys also, and I consider them my friends. So I was like, hey, would it be okay if maybe for the next one I can jump on and do some art for you guys? And and then yeah, they were really welcoming with the idea. They said yes, and then that was last year, and they had talked to me about it, and yeah, so this year we actually started working on it. They gave me the prompt. They assigned me a writer. I will work with a writer. His name is Ryan Burke, um, who's also has some publishing work to his name, which is really good. He's got a book called Coronary that is really it's a really interesting book. And yeah, we got together. We started working, and due to time constraints, I was only able to work on a 5-page short story. and I'm in the middle of doing
Right.
that right now. I'm wrapping it up actually, and this week, and yeah, so hopefully towards the end of the month. Oh, no, I'm sorry, towards the end of the year, I think it'll be out on Kickstarter, and yeah, hopefully that'll be my second my I don't yeah my second published work, and and it's just crazy to say that, and I'm blown away by all this, and so yeah, so I'll get to have some work out there you guys can read, and hopefully, if you guys like it, you can check out the book and take a look at it, see what I got, and
Yeah.
hello, Corey, how are you doing? Hello, Salazar, and everybody, hello, and yeah, so yeah, I was lucky enough to be a part of that, and I just can't wait till I get the book in my hands and just take a look at it, and flip through it, and see like the art that I contributed to it. No? That's
Yeah.
I got today, for example. I tweeted out earlier today. I got in the mail this issue number 4 of the comic called "Saving the World" by Tonic Mole, and and I did a 1-page short on that also. And I got it in my hands today. I was flipping through the pages, and I looked at the page, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't believe I did that." It was really cool.
You said you wanted to show off some of your work. I mean, for those that don't
Yeah,
know kind of style, I'll give you the full screen and
yeah.
yeah.
I would like to show everybody the sequentials that I did for Saving the World, because it's out now. I don't think I'll get in trouble for showing that off, but the book is out,
Okay.
but I don't have the actual like the actual finished page. I have the sequentials that I did for it, and I'll share
Yeah.
that with you guys in just a second. Um, Peter, when you first saw your art in the book like that, what was it?
I'm sorry, say again.
Yeah, how was your reaction when you first saw your art in the book? Or
Um
was that a
I
high that you felt? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's going back
A lot of years.
a long time.
Yeah.
But um, I I was thrilled. I was, you know, I remember my early years, and especially like the first couple of things I did. Um, and yeah, I was thrilled. I was, I felt pretty much for the first 5 years of my career, I felt really green and really just happy to be here. And, it's like thrilled about every book that came out. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember like the very first gig wasn't a full issue. It was something I actually collaborated with my brother Jimmy, and we inked like a backup story. I even forget the name of the book, but it was like a fantasy Conan type thing, and so he inked half of it, and I inked the other half, and I believe we got credited as the Palmiotti brothers, so it was pretty funny. But the first full book I did was a book by Personality Comics, and that was DeForest Kelley from Star Trek, who played the Doctor, the original Star Trek, and so it was based off of his life, and I knew when I made the decision to be an inker and get into comics that I wasn't the greatest, and I had a lot to learn. So I was happy with 50% of it, and knew like I had a lot more to learn. I was kind of heavy-handed with the inks at points, but you do what you can do.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, and yeah, I try my best also to be as humble with it, because I know I'm not the best either, and I have so much to learn, And I say that because coming up, I remember in high school, like I would compete with other artists in class, and we would do drawings, and then the kids in class would be like, "Oh, his was better," or "that other guy's was better," and then we'd go back to the drawing board and draw something cooler than the other guy, and yeah, you learned early on though, that having humility is really important to getting to getting along with everybody just in general, and yes, sir, that's great, that's awesome, and yeah, I think I have here the art.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm doing this right. I always trip up with sharing stuff.
No worries.
There, can you guys
It's
see that?
yeah. Well, let me get that and click this so we can see. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. And this is what I did for Saving the World #4 by Tonic Mole, and and yeah, this is just a one-page short story. This is just a line work. I had another image with the actual content of it, but that's in the book, and yeah, it's just 7 panels. I did the art for this, and then the writer was is the creator of Cash Cold Hard Comics, and yeah, he came in contact with me and about doing this, and yeah, this is the first that I have. And,
That's cool.
here I have. I'll share some other stuff.
All right.
Yeah, this is a picture that I posted up a while back of Ash Williams from versus Evil Dead.
Right. Yep. Very cool. Yeah. When I see your work, there's the word I was looking for was charm. You get, like, I don't see a lot of pinup artists that have like figures all over the place and backgrounds and like just a natural ability to position them right and get sizing right. And it's like a lot of people that do pinups just like do a main figure or maybe two and just have it floating in space. Like you really ground your figures and put them in an environment, and I really dig that.
Thank you. Yeah, I try. Yeah, I try my best with all of that stuff. I know when I got back into drawing, I know that my ultimate goal was to hopefully draw my own comic, and so I knew that at the time when I first started, I knew that I was way off from being at the level where I thought that I could at least pull off something that could look kind of realistic. So the first thing that I did was like first work on my figure drawings, and then after that jump into the backgrounds. Um,
Right.
and I've been lucky enough to come across this online forum that's called penciljack.com, and
Right.
I started posting my art there, and I started getting a lot of feedback from other artists, and it was great for me because they were able to pinpoint things that I had no idea were wrong with the pick, and I was able to get the information that they gave me, and then work on those things, and then I've improved a little bit over time. I have much more to know to learn, but I came across things like, for example, line weights. Like I had no idea what that was, and I didn't realize the importance of proportions. I mean, I draw what I thought looked right, but then when I stepped back and I took a look at the art, it's like, oh, that arm's too short, or that leg is way too long, or the head's too big, and so I worked on making sure that the proportions are right, and just try my best to to make it as and to put them in backgrounds and to draw things that I thought I would have to draw in the comic. You know, like draw buildings, draw mountains, draw trees, draw all the boring things that most artists or that some artists just don't like to draw. And
Right.
and I'm working on that. And yeah.
So Miss H says the Viking Wolf submission was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. And I really appreciate Miss H for taking the time to add color to it, which was really cool. And I have that art here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah. This is an original another original creation that I have that I created in high school. It's called Gino and Shorty. And
Nice.
here's the first. I was planning on having this be a comic strip, like one of those Sunday, like in the Sunday comics, you have those
Yep.
short strips, and here this is. I don't know if you guys can see this, but maybe you can take a.
Yeah, that's a good look. Yeah.
And these are characters that I created when I was when I was when I was in high school, and then I brought them back with the idea of using them to work on my storytelling, and I'll continue doing more stories of these guys, and continue working.
That's funny.
on them.
I just read that, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah. And when I did this, also like the other thing that I came across was writing, because writing is a whole nother beast, also, and yeah, it's crazy, but it's something that I really want to work on and hopefully get better at it for when I do my own work. And yes, and yeah, this is the title I did for that, and I think I have that. I have that. Yeah, I'm going through a bunch of art that I did earlier, but yeah. Yeah, this piece here, this is a fan art that I did of Hammerella.
Yep. Recognize Ryan's work, Ryan's character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did this a while back. I really like the design of that character. It's really cool. Like I like how she looked, and the big hammer, and I love the this energy thing that Ryan did for her powers. I thought it was really cool, and I tried to emulate that, and it was a challenge, but I think I was happy with how it looks. Looks pretty cool, and
yeah, it's a nice piece.
thank you. And this next piece, I saw a few of your shows a while back, and I saw that Marv from Portugal was on also.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's his.
and yeah, this is his character John Paris. Paris. I did this 2 years ago, I think. This is like a fan art piece of his character, and here we have
That's cool.
here we have John Paris, and this is Gabriel and Michael.
Yep.
To each side, and yeah, I did this a while back also.
That's very cool.
Year, and yeah, and this is the art that I did for Mavericks, which is out right now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You're wanting to print tears, right?
Yeah. This was a stretch goal at 3K, which they got like in like the first 30 minutes. they did really good with that campaign, and this was these colors were done by Matt Yaki, and I was just completely blown away by this. This is really cool, and just blown away also by being invited to participate with that campaign, because there was so many good artists attached to that, and yeah, here are all the Mavs. And then
I think I read when you posted that. Did you consider that like your favorite piece of work? Like you really up your skills, like working on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my most successful. I had called it because it's attached to the biggest campaign that I've been associated with. I've been associated with other campaigns. I don't think they were as big as this one, with the names and the talent associated with this one, and not to diss anybody else, because I'm happy with every project that I've been associated with, but this one
Right.
was really like something unique that I got a chance to be colored by Matt Yaki was just amazing.
Yeah, looks
And yeah, so
great. Looks great.
if you guys back the campaign, you can get this, and you can also I think the 24 hours may be up on the retro
Yeah,
print.
yeah. That's.
Yeah.
But if you get the full box set, you can get every print and
Yeah, that's
every
right.
special perk
Yeah,
included in that. So I think
yeah.
for as long as the campaign is live, I think that pretty much goes throughout. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
If you
and
guys,
that was an awesome piece that they did. It's like I was
yeah,
blown
the
away.
retro was awesome. Yeah, the retro was a good piece.
Yeah.
I like how they how they did like a special commemorative print for many channels that they appear on. It was really cool.
Oh yeah. They know what they're doing. That's for sure.
Yeah, and this is another fan art piece I did for another character called Ragetality.
Shelby Robinson.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. Yeah, I did this for him.
That's awesome.
And I love that character. Also, that design is really cool. It's very Deadpool esque, but it's like unique in itself, and I love that design. And Shelby's an
Yeah,
excellent artist.
he is. He is. He, he's been on my channel too.
Yeah. Shelby's awesome.
He's a great guy.
And here's a piece I did of Silver Surfer a while back.
Nice.
The turtles. Yeah.
Hey, we have Frank in the chat fishing for, is it Tarako print too? Tarako Creative Cast is what Frank does. Frank Salazar. He's got his own streaming show.
Nice.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. And yeah, this piece here I did with Ichthus. I saw that Ichthus was on your channel a while back also.
Right. Yeah.
He did the colors for this piece. And this was for the Flock comic, which is also a great comic. And yeah, this will be a print as soon as they get 50 backers, which they're like 3 backers away from. So you guys can pick up this print with that comic. Also, it's a really good comic. It's an all ages comic. Like it's good for everybody, like including children. So it's really cool.
Right.
And yeah, Ichthus did some really good colors on this.
He's quite a kid, He's hysterical.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
His energy is super contagious. Like as soon as he starts the streams, and then the total excellence just gets you hyped up.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, he's a good fool. He's awesome. And yeah, this picture here is the cover for a comic that's called The Tales of Zero, and this is by Paul Smith is the name of the creator, and yeah, this is actually the very first cover piece that I did, and yeah,
Nice.
this is also in demand on Indiegogo. And,
cool. I really dig the colors on that. That's like really interesting choices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is that's the style that the owner was going towards. He wanted to do like he said he describes it as a B movie sci-fi cult story.
Right.
And yeah, so this is in like an imaginary fantasy jungle, and he's being chased by the monster in the story.
Right.
And the whole thing is that he's trying to get this relic. This is like a toad relic.
Right.
And yeah, so this is just like supposed to depict a scene in the comic, which is yeah.
Cool.
It's got purples and
That's
yellows.
sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The monster looks creepy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So you have dreams of doing your own book? Well, I'm sure you realize, like, I can't go on Twitter without running into like new people all the time, and new comic creators, and like there's definitely an energy in the air of all these people and creating their own characters and universes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's this. At first I just wanted to get better at art, but obviously always the ultimate goal is to make your own comic. But I always thought that it was like a very distant goal that I could probably never achieve. But yeah, when I logged on Twitter and I saw all these other people doing their own thing, it's uh, I got bit by the bug, and then I really want to like get my own work out there, and yeah, that's it's in the plans. I've already began working on that. I've already started working on that. I got the script done for my first issue, but now I have to do concept art, designing characters, also designing places of where the stories are going to take place. I mean, I know where they're going to take place, but just got to design them and flesh them out.
Yeah.
And I'll get started on that next year. Hopefully next year, because I have to wrap up this gig that I'm doing now, and I'm also doing another secret gig that'll also finish sometime next year, also around February or March next year. And then after I'm free up from that. I'll be able to jump 100% into my own work, and then hopefully this time next year you'll see some concept art at least of some of my own characters, and
Cool.
and yeah, and I look forward to doing that. I don't know. I'll just continue working as much as I can and get the pages done, and get it finished as much as I can, and then I'll see what I can do about crowdfunding and getting it out to everybody. If I see that the people are interested in it, because maybe I don't know, maybe it might be something that they don't like, or I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just have the guts to do the book you want to do, and it's like that's like my perspective with my character in my book. It's like I'm making the book I want to see. I'm making
Yeah,
the type of character I want to see, and I know in my gut that will relate to a lot of other people, and then I did a quick crowdfunder a couple of years back just for initial funding, not necessarily the way I would go, but I've been in September. I'll be doing this 30 years, and
wow, nice.
and I decided at some point that I better do a crowdfunder soon, because if I don't, then I won't. So I
Yeah,
just I just jumped on it. I was like, okay, I'm in the right frame of mind right now. Let me just go for it and set one up, and I did, and it was really short. It was only 5 days, but I got like just about 80 pledgers, and so it's like, okay, I could see there's an audience out there. It's not going to fully finance my lifestyle, but
yeah,
that's not the point. It's about putting together. It's like I want to write, and I want to pencil, and I want to color, and as well as ink, and I want to create my own character in his own world, and expand from that. And so yeah, I mean, just it showed me that I could do it, and it could finance itself, and I can get my book out, and so I'm thrilled, and I'll be finishing this issue this year, um, getting it into the hand of those initial pledgers. Then I'm going to do a full-fledged Indiegogo. So I'm thrilled.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'll be sure to back that campaign. Also, I want to see what the book's going to look like at the end. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're 14 pages into it already, I think. Yes.
Officially, yeah, that's what I have inked. I'll be jamming in the next couple of weeks, and trying to finish these pages out. Yeah, I'm also working on a graphic novel and somebody else's book, and I got a new book, and yeah, I got a lot going on. But I'll be getting the inks done this month and starting on production and coloring.
Nice.
I've done some coloring, but coloring will be new for me too. But I'm keeping it simple. It will be like an 80s comic book. So
Nice.
it'll be a lot of fun.
Nice. And if you don't mind me asking, how long does it usually take you to ink one page complete?
I mean, if that's all I'm working on, I'm sort of like juggling and just doing a little here, a little there, but a page a day. I'm not a fast inker. Hey, wow. Speaking of Ichthus.
Yeah, Ichthus popped up. How you doing, Ichthus?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
He says, "Yo, Elliot, this
Yeah.
was an interview. I couldn't wait to see you in the show. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and
I missed out. I missed on some of the streams that they were doing for the flock because of the scheduling. But yeah, I was there for the launch party for the flock. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and Ichthus is a crazy guy. He's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait till he gets his gators going.
Yep.
He got his property also about to come up also, and yeah, but a page a day is a lot. Like it takes me about a week or so to get a page done because I don't ink like 8 hours a day. I ink in my free time. Like I guess what it'd be like sporadic 2 or 3 hours that I have during the day. I'll sit down and ink what I can, and then the next day the same. And I'm slow, really slow with that. But yeah, a page a day is a lot. That's awesome.
It's okay. It's like I've known a lot of people that worked at Marlin DC, and the average sort of inker does 2 or 3 pages a day. Like there are people faster than that. There are people slower than that. I mean, my God, my brother, back in his, when he was really jamming, he would ink 7 pages a day. I can't even imagine.
Crazy.
Oh, Dean, welcome.
What's going on?
Good day. Ichthus is laughing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And sub to his channel.
I did. Yeah, sub to Ichthus. Yeah, get some more followers, some subs on his channel. He's got streams every Sunday. He does colors for on different pinups and stuff, and yeah, he's colored 2 of my pieces already. He did the one that I showed off with the flock, and then there's another one for another comic that's called Bump Back, by a creator named Paul Tucker. I did a pinup for Paul also, and Ichthus was also colored that, and yeah, so you guys can catch that on this channel. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
I was glad to see him also participate in the Mavericks campaign. Also, there's a lot of talent on that campaign.
Yeah, I mean
they got everybody. They got everybody.
They are the unusual breed that shows up out of the blue and changes the face of what they're a part of forever. They're great guys. And they got I got my drawing stream tomorrow night, and I think I have it for 9:00 if I'm not wrong, and I think they got their karaoke show. That's Global Frequency Karaoke, and I believe that's 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So you can go there and sing if that's your thing. I've watched a bunch of episodes, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah. I would have never guessed that a karaoke show would be something to do, but yeah, that's a great idea. They like you said, they come out of nowhere with different things and revolutionize everything. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Ichthus going 7 pages a day. Yeah, I mean, at the time, he had like I was doing regular work, but I was also assisting him, and he had 2 or 3 other assistants. Assistants would do anything from filling in blacks to maybe inking some buildings and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
still 7 pages a day. That's like insane. That's crazy. I could never
Yeah.
get to that level. I'm too much of a perfectionist.
Yeah, that's also something that I have to fight with also because it's like it's difficult to know when to stop, like when to stop working on the drawing. But yeah, you always want to keep going back to it. Or what happens to me also many times is like I'll scan it, I'll post it, and then after I posted it, I was like, oh man, I forgot this and I forgot that to it, and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's one of the things is like I'll finish a page, and I'll put it aside, and then I'll look at it a day or two
yeah,
later, um, and then like if nothing jumps out to me, then I consider it done. But sometimes I find little bits of, I forgot, feathering in the background here, or some detail on his shirt there, or whatever I missed out on. But giving sort of that breather room where you push it off to the side and you work on something else, or you just go about your day or whatever. But come back to it later with fresh eyes, and
yeah, that always helps a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Also, I noticed a lot. Like sometimes I've seen other artists recommend like hold your picture up and then flip it, and
yeah,
then look it through a light source so you can see it. That also helps out too sometimes.
yeah. Where you can turn the page back,
Yeah,
look at the back of the page, but where you have it in the light,
yeah,
and you could
exactly.
you could see like if arms and legs are the correct length better. It's like
Yeah,
it gives you
full
a better
proportion. Yeah.
perspective. Yeah, to make sure everything's flush.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. But yeah, I just wanted also to say hello to Oliver from 656 Comments. How you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 656 crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys got their book out. It's really nice. And yeah, I wanted to say hello. And I think there's a question from Ichthus. What was your what was
Oh,
your info?
influence. Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. When I was coming up, I grew up in the '90s, so my art is heavily influenced by the artists back then. That's what got me into drawing. For example, like Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri. I'm also a big fan of Mark Bagley from Amazing Spider-Man. I love how he does Spider-Man. And
Right.
yeah, I grew up with that style of art. And as I got older, as I got into high school, and then when I finished high school, I got out of art. Like I didn't read comics as much as before. And yeah, and then when I came back into it, like there's a lot, like the style has changed a lot now. It's more digital, more colors, and not bashing digital art by any means, though, because that is also its own uh, craft, on its own, because there's a lot to. I've tried, for example, like coloring my own art, and yeah, and digital coloring is not easy by any means. Like there's a color theory and learning how to mix colors and a lot of things that I have no idea what it is, what they are. So yeah, it's kudos also to the digital artists out there. But yeah, my influences were those '90s artists. Now it's a little bit different because now that I'm inking, I have a different appreciation or a better appreciation for inkers. For example, I love Mark Morales. He's an excellent inker. I love
Right.
Sandra Hope. Uh, I love also um, Danny Mickey. Also,
Right.
Brett Boots inker.
Yep.
Adelso Corona. I love his work also. they all have different unique styles to their inking, and yeah, so I like learning from them also. Um, but now my art influences are leaning towards more like Art Adams and David Finch. I like what they do, and I try to emulate some of the things that they do in their art. And I see that Art, for example, Art Adams, he inks his own stuff, and
Right.
I look at how he inks, how he cross hatches, the different effects that he uses, and I try to emulate that stuff in my own art also. And and uh, and yeah, the same thing with David Finch. I try to watch his channels as often as I can. His shows, and I pick up a lot from him too.
Yeah, he's a treasure.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe that he decided to get on YouTube and teach everybody what he knows. That's like it's so helpful. Like I remember when I was younger, there was nothing like that to help us, to help anybody out. And but I'm so grateful that he's done it. I can still pick up on stuff like that from him. And
Yeah.
yeah, he goes over everything, proportions, angles, different angles, cross hatching, lighting, and it's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, during his regular streams, plus he does like many videos where he'll specifically pinpoint like certain lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you know Richard Friend at all? Do you follow
Yeah, I've
his
heard about
YouTube?
yeah. Richard Friend's an amazing artist, also. Oh man, that guy's insane. He's
Yeah.
really good.
I wanna become his patron because he always goes on about like he has countless videos um, on his Patreon um, for like tutorials and whatnot. Like he's really really good, and he's done some
Yeah,
incredible work. Um, like you talk about the heyday of Image. Like those guys were, they were getting paid ridiculous amount of money, so they put a ridiculous amount of work into their art.
yeah,
And you don't always get that, but like the level they were working at was insane. And
yeah,
that stuff to me is like so juicy to look at. It's like
yeah.
just,
Yeah,
um,
breaking down everything, and it's really yeah, because yeah, those detailed artists is what I really admire a lot. Uh, to be able to like draw an image and so that it looks like real, like realistic, no, because it's not just heavy blacks, but there's like different shades of black, different tones, and to capture that with ink, with cross hatching, and it's amazing. It's really good stuff. He's got
yeah.
really good.
So
And
let's see. The Turtles piece you did is licensed or fan art that you sell. That was
um, yeah, at the moment, I'm only like the only selling that I do of my art is through commissions. I have no way yet, or I haven't figured out yet how to like put prints up for sale. But that particular piece that that I think Salazar's
the
asking about
turtles. Yeah,
is
the
yeah,
Turtles piece.
it's just the fan art.
Yeah,
I did that for fan art. If you just give me a second, also I can show you a.
and Ichthus says he loves your Mavericks piece.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ichthus. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's really it's, five, no, six mechs, and I had to figure out how to like put them all into like in the like an action scene, and because I remember he told me like draw whatever you like. Neff, Aaron, he told me just draw whatever you like and just you know give your spin on it. And so when I looked at the characters, it's like it's six mechs. They got guns and they attack people, or not people, but they attack the bad guys. So how can I make it look dynamic? And then when I looked at gesture, when I looked at the characters, I was like, the first thing that popped in my head is that one of like the opening scenes from the second Avengers movie, like when you see like the Hulk and then everybody just charging, and there's that
Right,
one place
right.
where everybody. Yeah, I was thinking of that when I drew this. Like I wanted to have like
Uh,
a gesture at the forefront, and then the other characters in the back like in action. And I was going for
right.
that. Um, and
That makes
and yeah,
sense. Yeah.
because I wanted to like, because it's really in my case, like, how could you like draw a picture with 6 people, make it dynamic, and make it like put it with some action and stuff. And I was thinking that over for a while before I settled on something that I like.
Salazar says about the turtle piece. I just bought the Ultimate Collection of the original TMNT comics, Volume 1. I appreciate good turtles on it.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the turtles. Yeah, like a huge fan of the turtles. I grew up watching them, and yeah, when I got back into drawing, when I got back into art, I made sure that I dedicated at least like one drawing to them, but then one turned into 2, then turned into 3, and then yeah, I was really happy also that I had um there was a guy who did like pencil colors. His name is Will. I don't think I have his art here with me, but he did a really good pencil art on my turtles piece, and he got me thinking about doing more characters. So I think I might go back and draw like Splinter and Krang and the Rat King, Bebop and Rocksteady, and all those cool characters. Man, I love those characters.
Nice.
And but yeah, if you give me a second, I will show you some of the turtles art that I have. Let's see.
Absolutely. So while you're doing that, I'll ask you, like, you say you do commissions. Do you feel like you're getting enough commission work, or you feel like you can get? Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
Because I would tell everybody to go get commissions from you, but you're getting enough. So
yeah. I'm lucky to for everyone I get. Like I'm really grateful for each one, and like it's crazy. The way it works is like you do one piece, and then they show it off, and then someone likes it, and then they also want one piece for them, and then it's like a snowball effect within other people. And so I'm in the middle of like just getting one piece after another, which I'm really grateful for. And
that's excellent.
And I'm really happy for each commission I get. But yeah, I mean, right now my schedule is not going to free up for maybe 3 weeks. So just in case anybody's interested, maybe after 3 weeks I can start on something. But yeah, here's I wanted to show.
Salazar is asking if you have a Patreon. I don't believe so. Do you?
No. I don't know how Patreon works.
It's like Kickstarter, but instead of like funding a book, it's just supporting an artist. And different people do different things on Patreon. It's something maybe to look into, read up on, research.
Yeah, I'll do that. If I ever jump into that, I'm not saying no to anything, but if I ever jump into that, I'll be sure to post that out to everybody on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And
that's dynamite.
And yeah, this piece here that I'm showing, this is my first Turtles pick, and the first Turtles that I did when I got back into drawing, and this is actually 4 separate drawings that I did. That my idea was to like get 4 pieces and that you can later put them together,
right?
And forming this the turtles in the middle, and I did this all by hand, and yeah, I posted this like 2 years ago. And I remember I posted this like I think it was in February, and then around April, I got in contact by the official account from the Turtles, and they wanted to add this piece to a fan art video that they were putting together at the time, and I was like, yeah, go ahead, use it. And then they put this piece up with a bunch of other artists, and there's a video. I don't know if it's up or not, but there's a video on the TMT account showing off some fan art with this piece right here in among the other pieces. And
that's awesome.
yeah, I like that was like you have no idea how excited I was when I saw that, because I grew up watching these guys, and then for the official account to come and ask me to draw to use my art, I was like, man, completely blown away by it. And yeah, I did this, and then I jumped into other art for the turtles, and I don't know if I
That's a
can.
great piece.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, it means a lot to get compliments from a professional comic book artist. I'm over here bugging out. But I have more. Uh, here's another. This is another one. I did this on an 11 by 17 board, and yeah, this is more like influence from the movie, and uh, and yeah, I love this piece also. And this is the one. I think this is the one that Salazar was asking about, and I did this like to pay tribute to the old Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird comics from back in the day, and
Right.
yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this because I had to like completely go against like what I would normally do to draw the turtles, because I grew up with the cartoon turtles, so this was a different look for me, and then trying to emulate that was a really nice challenge. And yeah, I don't know if anybody caught this or not, but if on the original cover of the Turtles, of the issue number one of the Turtles of the Ninja Turtles, they're you see them on a rooftop from one angle, from like facing forward towards the building, and my idea was to draw them like at the other from the side. I don't know if you guys can see that, because
We
I have
still
the same
we're
piece
still
of them
seeing the piece with the four of them that you
on the
joined
rooftop.
together.
Ah, I'm sorry. Oh wow. Oops, I did something wrong.
No worries, we'll get
I'm over here
it.
talking about something that's not even up on the. Yeah, this piece.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, yeah. This is. I did this like to pay an homage to that to the first
Right.
issue of the Turtles, because you see them from the front of the building. But what I did with this one is like I turned the camera to the side, and I turned them looking the other way also. And so you see Michelangelo and Raphael at the top, and then Leonardo and Donatello at the bottom. And that's why I did that two level uh, drawing.
Right.
And
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
And then I also did I did
Right.
I put colors on that. Um, can you guys see this? This is
Yeah.
with the red.
The
Okay.
the red masks, and
Yeah.
there's
And
the
here's
villain
Shredder.
guy, Shredder.
Yeah, I did this Shredder. This one got a lot of traction. A lot of people that like this one. And then
Yeah.
here's another one I did of the Mousers. And
Cute.
yeah, this was also fun. Like going in doing this with scratching this
Yeah.
off with a very fine. That was a challenge also. But yeah,
It came out nice.
thank you, and yeah, I look forward to like doing more. I'll probably work on Splinter and Krang, Bebop, Rocksteady. Try to get as much characters as I can in, because yeah, yeah. I hope that was what you were asking about, Salazar. I probably just ran off and derailed and talked about something different,
Oh no,
but yeah,
I'm sure he liked it, and we liked it too. So hey.
yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, we've been going an hour. If there's anywhere you want to take people across the internet to check out, or anything you think we haven't touched on,
Uh,
um,
y- yeah. No, yeah. I'm mostly on Twitter. And my handle is right here. Sorry, here, and
there you
you can
go.
just catch me there. I'm also on Instagram. I also have a Facebook art page, but there's not that many people on there. That, but yeah, I have that, and I have Instagram, and mostly post work on Twitter. But yeah, you guys can get in contact with me through any of those means, and yeah, I'm down to talk about anything you guys like. Yeah, I have no problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you said, you're on Twitter and you're always just posting piece after piece after piece, and I'm like, how does this
Yeah.
guy have free time? It's like all this amazing work he's working on, and it's like highly detailed
Yeah.
and thought out,
Thank
and
you.
just great work. And so
Thank you.
I
Thank you
I,
very much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. There's a small secret that for that. I noticed like when I first started posting on Instagram that that was something that was recommended was to constantly or not constantly, yeah, constantly or consistently. I'm sorry, consistently put out work. And so I remember that I didn't put out work for like a long time, and while I was drawing, and so
Right,
I had at the time like a backlog of art that I could post. So I would post what appeared to be new art,
right.
which were pieces that I had done months before. But yeah, but
Hmm.
now right now I'm just posting everything that I have at the time because it's hard to keep up with putting out content. So
Yeah, and it's pretty much like like people say about every video that you do on your channel. You sort of do an introduction for yourself, and like I don't always get deep. I'm Peter Palmiotti. That's all you need to know. I make art. I ink.
exactly.
I do stuff.
Yeah.
But like with Instagram and also with Twitter, is that you just want to keep posting artwork.
Yeah.
We're artists and we post artwork. I not too long ago I posted a lot of my older work that people might not have seen, and especially all my new followers haven't seen. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it's good to recycle through the old stuff.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
reminds those that have been around a long time that you were once good, and and
That's
and all the
exactly
new
it. Yeah.
and all the new people get to check it out for the first time. So I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Yeah.
That's very true because I started doing that also because I noticed like once I get like a new batch of followers, for example, like I'll post old art and for them to see it. But then also I've seen like other people who are old followers like, oh hey, I didn't see that pic before, and I was like, yeah, this has been around forever. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, I always do that also, recycling some of the older stuff and yeah, just
Cool.
keeping some stuff out there.
And Salazar says, we have some videos planned for the Tarako Creative Cast coming up, but we need to see about having you on sometime.
Yeah,
Meaning,
yeah, I have no
yeah.
problem. Yeah, I have no problem at all. You can just get in contact with me, and then we'll schedule a time. And yeah, I'm down for whatever. Yeah, I have no problem.
Cool, cool. Yeah, we'll spread your name across the YouTubes.
Yeah, across the Twitterverse and the YouTubeverse. Yeah, yeah, good stuff. I have no. And
Well,
thank you very much, Peter, for having me on. It's been a real honor. Thank you.
uh,
Yeah, I'm still like shocked that I'm on the show, and thank you for the kind words towards my art. I'm also looking forward to backing your retro campaign.
thanks so much.
I love the work that you're putting out. The last piece that you put out with the perspective and the buildings was really great. I really dig it, and
Right.
and yeah, I just look forward to that. And thank you very much for your support. And I really appreciate it. And thank you to
Uh,
everybody in the chat and everybody who watches this on replay. I really appreciate you guys.
yeah. So all his links are below. Elliot's a great guy and an incredible artist. So go follow him around and check out his art and share it to your friends and all that. Yeah. So tomorrow night we'll be doing the draw stream. So whoever shows up can draw along. What's that a shirt up? What's on the shirt?
Is the turtles that I did.
Oh, awesome. Look at
Yeah.
that. Check that out.
My wife gave that to me for my birthday. She put it
Oh,
on the shirt. I
that's
was blown
sweet.
away by it. Yeah. She's awesome. I can't do any of this if it wasn't for my wife. Also, I gotta give a shout out to my wife. I love her so much.
That's important.
Yeah.
Here, one last link out for Comics Mate. Go follow him. And yeah, follow everybody. There's tons of links in the chat. There's links below the video. Yeah, we're a community that believes in sharing our work as well as others. So, and Anna Robb is his Salazar's partner on the Creative Cast.
Awesome.
So check out her channel. She doesn't stream much, but but she's an incredible artist. All right, everybody. Yeah, thank you for watching. Give the video a like, subscribe to my channel if this is the first time you're here. I booted one guy in the chat. What was his name? I forget now. He was slamming the newest Suicide Squad, but that's not why I booted him. Because you gotta be nice around here, otherwise, my hammer will come down. All right, everybody.
It wasn't Ichthus, was it?
No, it was the farthest thing from Ichthus. No, it was some clock guy. He's been in the chat before. Oh, Peacemaker. Yeah, he's been in the chat before, but he wasn't being rude. He was being rude tonight, so I blocked him. Anyway, it happens. It's the internet. All right, everybody. Have a great evening.